Thank you for your recent purchase of the Goodnature X-6 6-layer press. To help your equipment startup run smoothly, we will show you how to operate your new press. Be sure to follow the unpacking tips described in your manual and check the enclosed parts list. Once the press is installed as outlined in the manual, your press and grinder are ready to operate. This video covers some basic press and grinder safety instructions. Please also check with your local health inspector to make sure you comply with local food and beverage safety standards. We recommend that all produce is washed and ready before starting the pressing process. Please remember that safety glasses must be worn at all times during operation. Make sure your clothing is not loose and long hair is back. All jewelry must be removed. Also, beware of all pinch points and moving parts. Check to make sure there are no foreign items in the hopper, and make sure that all components are in working order and are securely attached according to the setup section of the manual. To power on the grinder, turn the disconnect switch to the on position. Pull out the red emergency stop button and press the green run button located on the keypad. The grinder will return to the speed it was last set. The grinder should freely turn in a counterclockwise direction from tube end with no interference or rubbing. If interference occurs, shut the grinder off and contact Goodnature customer service. To change the speed, use the keypad up and down arrows. Please visit the useful information section of the manual for initial guidance when choosing a grind. Once the grinder is up to the desired speed, drop produce into the hopper chute. Add the produce feeder to gently push the produce down the chute. Never use excessive force or overload the motor. Continue grinding produce until there is enough in the hopper for a full press cycle. When grinding is complete, power off the grinder by pressing the red stop button on the keypad. To test your grinding technique, gently squeeze a small amount of slurry. Only juice should flow freely between your fingers. If slurry squeezes through your fingers, you may have ground the produce too finely. For tips on grinding success, read the useful information section of your manual. Please remember to follow the directions in your manual when changing the grinder disc. To run the press, check to make sure all components are in place as described in the assembly section of your X-6 manual. Place the press area in the filling position, open and upright. Make sure the juice tray is in place and the hose is connected. Use the supplied pomace scoop to pull pomace into the bags. As bags fill, use the cake separator to evenly distribute pomace into each bag. Check to make sure the control lever is in the neutral position. Power on the hydraulic power. The press speed is controlled with the flow control valve. For more detailed information on setting the press speed, consult your manual. Pull the control lever away from the machine to begin closing the press. Juice will begin to rush out of the press bags into the juice tray. If pomace starts to rise in the bags or rises out of the top of the bags, slow the press down or put the press in neutral to give the bags a chance to drain. The most effective pressing method is a slow and gradual increase in pressure. Rushing the press cycle can negatively affect yield and damage the bags. Push the control lever towards the press machine to open the press. Once fully opened, place the lever in the neutral position. When expelling pomace, the juice tray must slide out before the pomace is expelled. After removing the tray, gently work the cake separator between the bag and the dry pomace cake on both sides of the bag. Duplicate this procedure on all layers. Be careful not to wear the bag bottoms and sides by forcefully jamming the cake separator into the bags. Place the catch container beneath the press area to catch the spent pomace. Rotate the press area. Gently shake the bags if dry cake does not fall out. Rotate the press area back to the fill position. Slide the juice tray back under the press. As you can see, after a successful press cycle, there should be little moisture remaining in the cake. Load the press with pomace again for another press cycle, or proceed to cleaning. Please remember to read your X-6 manual before operating your new equipment. There is important instructional information and useful tips to improve yields. We are thrilled to have you as an important member of the Goodnature family. Please contact us if you need extra supplies, replacement parts, help with repairs, or just some plain old advice. We have the industry's best customer service staff and the most knowledgeable team members. Nobody knows more about making juice. We look forward to supporting your success.